Alright, best leveling build for the brand new Paladin class is without a doubt Blessed Hammer. So we're already in Tormented 1, the brand new class just came out, but I want to give you guys a build guide already for the best leveling build after trying out all of the skills. I can highly recommend this one as it does not require any uniques. You can see we're just playing Running Simulator pretty much. Now it's going to have infinite mana, and you could also get Arbiter form up most of the time. Eventually you want to try to 100% it, but this is pretty crazy. I want to show you guys something super busted. Look at this, 530 of a multiplier on one node, and we have to hit targets for it to like actually register over here. But let me go find another target, because I want to show you guys how busted this thing is. This thing can probably go up to the thousands in the end game, but I just want to show you guys the ramp up, because how it ramps up is through Disobedience. You can also run Juggernaut, but it's going to give you an insane amount of damage. But yeah, it's going to ramp up. Basically, this thing is the main offender that's going to make Paladin probably get absolutely nerfed next season. Hopefully it won't get nerfed within the next couple days, but I think that they probably meant to put a cap on that. But this is probably the best build in the entire game for all builds to run that one node. That automatically just puts Paladin in the uber S tier where no class can compete, because 500x damage in one multiplier is absolutely absurd. Now, I want to go ahead and give you guys the build guide. Now, I also want to mention, just pay attention to the video fully, because while I would normally just give you guys like the planner, and I usually talk about it while the gameplay is playing, there's not everything perfect in the game right now. So what we have to do is we have to use halfway the planner and then also halfway the actual like game itself. So I will recommend you guys to copy most of it, but just watch the video all the way through, because there's a lot of stuff that needs to be explained. So important things as far as the build goes is that some of the stuff, it doesn't show properly. Like, you can't add strength for some reason on the build planner. But ideally, this is why you stack armor, is because of that crazy node that gives you damage based on your armor. So Disobedience, Juggernaut are excellent to go ahead and run. Most of the stuff that you want on your gear is going to be armor. You can also get max life, strength, but you want to get life per 5 seconds and life per hit. Not kill, but hit. The reason why is when you get to bosses, life per kill is pretty bad. But basically, that's what you want to get, because Rally will sacrifice your HP to give you infinite mana. That's how we have infinite mana. But then you could just run a lot of things that you've seen before, like Accelerating. There's things like Intercom, just generic multipliers here. You get ranks to your core skills, crit. That's kind of normal things to see. You can run Aspect Protector. Again, it's a leveling build, so don't expect GAs anywhere, because the point of this is to give it to you guys early. And then we also have Wind Striker for extra movement speed, but getting movement speed on boots, your main stats, but armor everywhere. Holy Punishment is a brand new aspect because it's for the Paladin class. I recommend doing one-handers. The reason why is you get block chance, and block chances equals crazy survivability. Also, you get Resolve. You can also get bonuses on getting Fortification when you block. There's a lot of nice bonuses with block. But basically, kind of the same stuff you've seen. Crit Strike chance. And then also, something important to mention is the Starlight aspect, because when we gain primary resource, we gain it because for every 20% of life that we heal. Now, how we heal is life on hit, or we can get life on kill, or life per 5 seconds. And this is going to grant us a bunch of resources, so we have even more infinite mana. Infinite mana is super easy in this build. You can use Starlight and Rally, and you're basically good to go. Since you convert your Blessed Hammer into what's called the Disciple skill and have it spin around and follow you, it gives you bonus damage, so we just run that. And then we run a Curse Touch. So our Curse Touch is going to be our source of vulnerability. Later you can also run the Wolves, but that requires you to have it. So that's why we run a Curse Touch in the Amulet, for the higher chance for it to proc. Now, after you swap that out, you can get another generic damage multiplier if you want to play the rune. I believe it's called Sev for the Wolves. That's kind of ideal, but earlier on you're not going to have it. But you can throw it in a bunch of different things like your rubies to just get more strength. But as far as the skill tree, let's go over that next. So as far as the skill tree goes, the very earlier stages, when you're like level 5, then yeah, get Holy Bolt, because you need some sort of thing when you're level 1, right? But I want to say that I orient my leveling build guides to be like leveling up to until Torment. So in the very beginning, what you want to do is you want to use, oh, wow, the heck is kind of broken. I don't know why it shows Shield Bash. Okay, what it should show up, builder website kind of broken. Keep in mind, guys, it's like day 1 here. But what you want is Holy Bolt. There's a Ricochet one. but you get it. It's on the top left, I think, right here. Okay, so yeah, you get that. And then you use that if you are out of mana in the very beginning, or it's called Faith, but it's the same thing as mana. Then don't get these earlier on. You just want to get Blessed Hammer and the spinny Blessed Hammer. It becomes a Disciple skill and it spins around. And then you want to get a point into Fanaticism, a point into Defiance. This is going to give you increased armor, and you want the one that gives you a heal of life per second, and then this one also gives you a life on kill with a Fanaticism more. So you can attack faster and get more HP on kill. This one over here is extra healing. If you block, you can get some fortification on a percent. That's okay as well. This is just extra resolve. This is extra attack speed. Now, the important things to mention to get the Arbiter is Falling Star, you want additional charge. And then with Rally, this is how we can sustain earlier on. We use Rally, and we use this that sacrifices our HP, which makes have no cooldown. So, and on top of that, it can actually stack. Again, the builder website is kind of having some issues right now, but you can spam it multiple times. This is how you can get 200% movement speed in the game really early on. And then also, you run Condemn, and you just use this and the other skill to get Arbiter, because it has to be a Disciple skill with a cooldown. So this sucks up enemies. The other one's kind of at your dash. But basically, it's just used to activate Arbiter. Then we run Press the Advantage for extra damage reduction. We get Master Craftwork over here, so we get extra armor based on the shield's block chance. So you want to get as much block. Again, planner website, if you could put block on there, that's ideally what you'd want. And then Giant Slayer is good for some extra damage. And then over here, we run Coat of Arms. In the earlier stages, once your cooldown is up good enough, you can run Exaltation, which is going to give you increased damage when Arbiter is up. So to kind of explain that, I want to show you guys that in game really quick. So how it's going to look like is there's this other gauge, and also something that's not in the planner, that's why I told you guys to watch it, is to run Disciple over here as our oath. So this is going to unlock, and how it works is when you cast a Disciple skill with a cooldown, you get Arbiter for 4.5 seconds. While in Arbiter form, our Disciple skills deal more damage, which is our Blessed Hammer. There is a thing over here where it converts it into a Disciple skill, and then it follows us and it attacks faster. So that's how we get most of our damage. It's all pretty much Blessed Hammer. Another thing that's really good in the earlier stages of the Paragon, you just want to rush this node here. This again, it ramps up when you get your Discipline up, or Disobedience up with Castle. That's the one thing you want to rush. And then also Relentless. It gives you 30% cooldown reduction and 80x increased damage. But to explain the Arbiter, you don't really need to keep it up. I mean, honestly, if you're trying to go for like max tier pits, then obviously you want to keep it up 100% of the time. I don't really have cooldown reduction on my gear. I actually don't have a lot of the gear that I want right now. But this is what Arbiter is. You see, it drains pretty fast, but we have multiple charges of it, so we have basically 4 charges. You can use it when you see an elite, but like right now I could definitely go to like T3 with this build before getting, you know, maybe Mythics, and then we can go to T4 and start blazing through content. But I just want to show you guys how insanely good this build is. Like, even while leveling, I was just blasting through content. And again, there's no uniques and there's no aspects that you need to make this build just like super good. And it's incredibly tanky because the Paladin class is pretty overtuned. But I just wanted to go ahead and kind of explain the Arbiter mechanic as, well, it's just a little bar that fills up, and then you want to go ahead and try to cycle it, and then you don't have to try to keep it up 100% of the time in the earlier stages because you just don't have the cooldown for it. But later, I mean, it's going to be awesome. But yeah, have some fun with the build, guys. It's an absolute blast, and I will be updating it later as the builder websites kind of get fixed. But anyways, that's going to go ahead and wrap up the build guide. If you guys enjoyed it, sub, turn on the bell. I'll see you guys in the next video. But yeah, Paladin is pretty busted, man.